Salam, everybody. This is Investor Sheikh back at it again with another video. And today's halal stock pick of the week is PepsiCo Inc., ticker symbol PEP. Stock price is currently at $131.99. And the key stats are it has a $182.8 billion market cap. It pays a dividend of $3.98 per share every year. The 52-week low is 99.21 and the high is 148.77. So it's a little bit toward the 52-week high. PE ratio is 25.68, which is somewhere in the middle. And the earnings per share is $5.11. So when you look at the name PepsiCo, you're probably thinking of the Pepsi Cola. But Pepsi produces so much more than just Pepsi Cola. So a description of the company is PepsiCo products are enjoyed by consumers more than 1 billion times a day in more than 200 countries and territories around the world. PepsiCo generated more than $67 billion in net revenue in 2019, driven by a complementary food and beverage portfolio that includes Frito-Lay, Gatorade, Pepsi Cola, Quaker, and Tropicana. PepsiCo's product portfolio includes a wide range of enjoyable foods and beverages, including 23 brands that generate more than $1 billion each in estimated annual retail sales. Guiding PepsiCo is our vision to be the global leader in convenient foods and beverages by winning with purpose. So, based on this description, you can tell that PepsiCo as a company is a behemoth, as they have multiple brands, both food and drink, that is under the PepsiCo umbrella. So it's, like I said, it's way more than just Pepsi Cola. They say here Frito-Lay. If you know Frito-Lay, they sell chips, Cheetos, Doritos, Lay's. Gatorade, you know what that is. Pepsi Cola, obviously you know what that is. Quaker, which is known for Quaker Oats, as well as Cap'n Crunch cereal. And Tropicana, which is their orange juice. So right off the bat, you can probably think of at least 10 to 20 products that fall under the PepsiCo umbrella. Knowing that there are hundreds of these products that are being stocked in grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores all over the country and the world. They even said 200 countries. That's practically almost every country in the world. So PepsiCo has a big reach around the world. So people in different countries are enjoying products that are under the PepsiCo umbrella, which means more money for PepsiCo. Now, with a company this large, as well as the fact that they have been around since 1965, that is when PepsiCo was founded. That shows you that a company this big should be paying a dividend. So let's look at the dividend information here. So this is my go-to website for dividend information, dividend.com. So I noted earlier that PepsiCo pays a dividend of $3.98 per year. So let's scroll down. So let's look at the quarterly payments. So They recently paid out a quarterly dividend of $1.02. So we know that for 2021, the total payout will surpass $4. So starting from 2021, you can see that the dividend has been growing consistently. As I'm scrolling in previous years, you can see how small the dividend was compared to today. So if you went to 1995, the quarterly dividend was a dime, 10 cents. But of course, with a stock like this, they've been growing consistently over the years, which means that the dividend should be increasing as well. So if I'm scrolling up, you start to see that if you were to hold the stock since 95, you will be experiencing dividend growth. So in 2011, you would have quintupled your quarterly dividends if you held up the stock for 16 years. And yeah, there we go. We are now at $1.02. So let's take a look at how the stock has been performing. So if we look at the 5-year chart, we notice that we noticed that 5 years ago they were at the low 100s, and they've been going up pretty slowly, a little volatility here and there. A drop here, went below 100, then it started to go back up, testing new highs, and then the pandemic hit, causing a big hit in the price, and then it recovered. And here we are at 130. So the 130, it's pretty much similar to where it was in late 2019. So it wouldn't hurt to get in, to build a position starting now, considering that it hasn't really grown that much since 2019. But for a company this large and that has existed for this long, you should expect to see slow growth. Now, this is similar for other dividend growth stocks that I've talked about in previous videos, such as Johnson & Johnson and Kimberly-Clark. These are massive companies that sell dozens of brands. And over the years, you start to see that the stock price goes up, but very slowly. But you also start to notice the dividend income with these stocks start to increase as well. Now, we haven't heard of any news of any dividend cuts that will happen to a company like PepsiCo. So I would say the dividend health is pretty good on this stock right here. So when you look at the financials in a deeper look, these are some pretty good numbers that we're seeing here. Now, in comparison to the growth stocks, you see positive revenue and positive earnings year after year. But mind you, the growth is small. Like, if you look carefully, if you were to squint your eyes at the green bars, they're slightly higher year after year, but they look almost the same, but it's slightly getting higher. But then you see the quarterly growth is more significant here. And we start to see positive earnings, positive revenue. So this, in comparison to many growth stocks that I talk about in this channel, where you start to see negative earnings, that's because those companies haven't reached profitability at the same magnitude as PepsiCo. But mind you, PepsiCo has been around for decades. So of course, with them being a success with all these decades, they're producing favorable revenue, so much so that they are capable of increasing their dividend every single year. So take a look at this as an example of a successful company that has experienced excellent growth over the decades, and how being a long-term investor can benefit you when you're invested in quality companies such as PepsiCo. Analysts are saying that it's between a buy and a hold. For some people, they may think the price is a bit too high to get in, but if you're in it for long-term growth, it's going to be slow growth. This is a good stock to get into if you're looking to generate dividend income. And of course, you see the price targets being as high as 167 and as low as 135. So in my opinion, I believe this is a good price to get into PepsiCo. I don't know if it can drop to 120 or 110. We may have to see a market correction if we want to see prices at that level, but I don't know when that's going to happen. So all in all, if you're looking to invest in a solid company with dividend growth year after year, take a look at PepsiCo. Now personally, I do have this stock invested in my Roth IRA, as I am generating dividend income from PepsiCo. Now, as always, I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't buy this stock simply because I'm talking about it. Do your own research and take a deeper look into the financials of PepsiCo to determine if this stock is worth owning in your portfolio. This is Investor Shake, checking out.